Hey guys, it's Jason28W. It's gonna make a video, a little Savage update. I went out, or I was been on the internet looking at brushless systems, that would work for the Savage because it is a pretty heavy truck, and there's there's a Novak system, and there's a lot of other systems and everything. But I had a lot of people on YouTube saying that they've used the Traxxas Villion, or however you say it, setup. But I was skeptical on buying it because it's a really expensive setup. $160. $160. That's $160 is $160. But there was this website, Krishya, or however you say it, Designs, that had a dual motor setup. It's brushed motors, but they're motors that are modified or whatever. They're out of power tools, and he sets them up so you can use them in RC cars. Well, I was going to get a kit off of his website for $70. That was the plate, the two revolver 700 motors, pinion gears, and the hardware and all that, and whatever. It was like $77.98. That's with shipping. Well, I was going to go that route, but I wanted brushless, and I wasn't going to pay $200 and some for that really nice Novak speed control setup, or brushless setup. I just didn't want to spend that kind of money. So I went to Hobbytown in Grand Forks, and for those that you don't know where it is, it's in Grand Forks, North Dakota. And I asked the owner of the shop if the Villion or Villain, or the however the hell you say it, whatever, if that would work in my E-Savage. And he said, well, I don't see why it wouldn't, because they put it in the E-Revo, and I know the E-Max is lighter than the E-Savage, but he said they put it in the E-Revo, the E-Max, and all those, and the E-Revo is just as heavy as the E-Savage. Even though the E-Savage uses dual batteries, but, well, anyways, obviously the Villion setup or whatever doesn't use dual batteries, but I have both batteries mounted on my truck, so when I want to run, or when one battery dies, I just unplug it, plug in the other one, turn it back on, and away I go. Yeah, it adds more weight, but if I don't do it that way, then it's going to throw off the balance of the truck, and one side's going to be heavier than the other. Well, he told me that I should be able to use that setup in there. It should work just fine, no problems, and I should be able to use the stock gearing. He just said, make sure you put a temperature probe on to monitor your temp. So, this is what I did. I got the motor mounted right there, and it's just the stock 20-tooth pinion and the stock 66-tooth spur gear. I just mounted the speed control right where the old one used to be, and I put Dean's high current connectors on, of course. The batteries have it too, and of course I'm using my 4600s, and I have one there, and then I have one there, if you can see it. And, the system doesn't come with this fan, and I cannot believe how much that little frickin' fan is. $25 for that tiny fan. Ridiculous. But he told me running, this heavy of a truck, it's a good idea to have the fan. And I had the money, so I got the fan. I would rather be safe than sorry, This is this is expensive shit. So, anyways, going to the other side of the truck, what I did was, the other motor isn't in there, obviously, so what I did is I took temperature probe from the a nitro card that I had, and, I just reach in there and turn her on, and, and there we go. It works great. And, he said to make sure that it doesn't get any hotter than 200 degrees. And I read the instruction manual and everything, and it actually shows to use that temperature gauge. Just put it right around the motor. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just right around the motor, right around the can. And I have it set for Fahrenheit, and every once in a while I'll bring it in and I'll run it. And our weather around here has been really frickin' screwy. It's nice, and then the snow almost completely melts, and then we get a snowstorm. Now it's snowing out again, so now I can't run the damn thing. Pisses me off. Anyways, instead of, I know in my other video, I had the batteries mounted upward. Well, I had them mounted upward, and I took this thing outside, and they kept slipping around, so I put them back down the way they were, and I zip tied them down really good, and that works way better. Other than that, everything is still stock. I mean, this thing's got so much frickin' torque that when you jam the throttle, it'll do a wheelie, go up on its roof, and then go back on its wheels. It is awesome. So, anybody's got an E-Savage out there, and they want to go brushless, and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, get the Traxxas Billion set up. It does work in this truck. In the manual it says that it's a 10-turn brushless motor. For the torque that this motor has, this truck doesn't need anything more. If you want a little bit more speed, just put like a 19 or an 18 tooth pinion on. That's all you got to do. But the smaller the pinion, if you want more acceleration, put a 19 or an 18 or something on. But if you want to go faster, then put like a 21 or a 22 on. But you're not going to want to go much higher than that because it'll put too much strain on the motor. So that's for anybody who's wondering what they can put in there or whatnot. I'm only running 6-cell, and of course this speed control this setup can obviously handle way more than that, but I'm just, the batteries that I have, they're well over $100, so I just want to use the batteries that I have. I know if I put a LiPo battery setup in there, it would be even more insane, but it's good enough for me. It's got more than enough right now, so maybe eventually, after I'm going to get the wheelie bar, but that's another $25 for that. I'm going to put that on there. Then maybe after that, after I get used to the setup, then maybe I'll go LiPo, but for now, it's awesome. I haven't really ran it all that much yet because, the weather hasn't allowed me to, but yeah, other than that, real quick here, I got a new battery pack for the Stampede. This battery will not go with the Stampede. This is a $40 battery, Venom 3600, and I put the Dean's connector on there. This will not go with the setup. This is brand new. I got this for another truck, but I was just wondering if anybody knew anything about these batteries, if they're decent, or if anybody's had any problems or whatnot. Somebody could let me know. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Oh, and I'm also building a new body, and I'll make a new video of that here soon. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.